Steven, could you like do a cool intro using some kind of AI technology? Just, I don't know, just pick up some voice models and have like Sonic the Hedgehog and Super Mario from the Mario games like talk to each other and try to do a cool intro, because I do that, but I just got so much stuff to do.
Okay, but you have to be careful actually, because if you're just going to use models from other sources without crediting them, you're actually liable for a lawsuit.
Really?
You know, yeah, this actually happened a little bit ago. It's so weird that this came up, but yeah, a new lawsuit's out that's alleging that Capcom. You guys have heard of Capcom? They've done games such as
Ace Attorney?
Yeah, they did that. And a couple other things. But yeah, no, basically, this artist is saying that Capcom stole art from her that they used for games such as Resident Evil 4, as well as Devil May Cry. Have you guys heard about that?
I'm reading the article right now. I've definitely read it before recording this podcast, and wow, I'm looking at the images. This is from PCGamer.com. I thought it was just like some kind of random asset somewhere, but no, this is stuff that Capcom used in their logos, specifically in the Resident Evil 4 logo. There's this kind of spark effect. I don't know what it is. It might be like some kind of web or something, which Capcom...
Broken glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they use that and put an overlay over the 4 on the Resident Evil 4 logo. And the only thing that's boggling my mind is, how would that artist ever notice that? Like, how would she or he come across like the Resident Evil 4 logo and just look at the 4 and say, hey, wait a minute, I remember that texture. Like, it seems so random to me.
Well, luckily, I know the answer to these questions. So, Judy Jurasek, I think is how you pronounce her last name. She's an artist. What she does is she takes photos of like landscapes and things of that nature, surfaces. She sort of compiles them together so that people can use them as reference for certain things. So she published a collection of her photographs. She called it Surfaces. It came on a CD-ROM that had a bunch of those images, right? But in order to use those images, you had to pay a license to her first. But what happened, according to her, was Capcom took those images and just, without contacting her or asking for permission or paying for a license or anything like that, just started using them in their products. It is pretty clear that they did it with the Resident Evil 4 logo because, well, I guess this is an audio podcast, so it's hard to see, but there's a photo of shattered glass, and they just, like you said, overlaid that on top of the 4. And you can't even say that they didn't just rip from that photograph and it's just a coincidence, because it's the exact same texture on the 4. Like it would be impossible for them to have just coincidentally had the same exact pattern of that broken glass.
Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
I wasn't talking. Eric was.
Well,
you can tell the difference. But I know you were gone for a few weeks.
Wait, somebody's knocking at the door. 1 second.
Hold on, I think that's Cherry at the door. Go on, Eric. You were the one talking.
Yeah, but okay, so anyway, because Alan John's going to miss this part. But yeah, the reason that they found out was actually due to those Capcom leaks that we talked about a while ago. So, as part of those leaks, remember, the hackers were saying, hey, we have some confidential information. We have high-resolution images of things that you guys used. Well,
really?
Yep, exactly. So, and at the time we were like, oh, wow, they have, images of things that they used. But it turns out it actually was pretty damning because, yeah, they used a lot of her images in several of their games. Nobody would have ever noticed if not for this leak, I don't think.
Yeah, because they use the same file name as on her original CD-ROM. Like, exactly. There's no effort to hide it.
Okay.
Which I guess they never thought it would get out, so...
But on the other hand, I don't know if it was done maliciously, because, you would think that buying Like just from a let's take the corporation aspect out of it, because corporations are supposed to know how all of this stuff works. But let's just say that it was just one guy. He bought a CD, and it had a list of, some pictures. You'd think that he would be allowed to use those pictures. After all, he bought the CD. But no, they had to get permission to use them. So, and Capcom, as a big old company, should have known that. But I think what happened is there were just a bunch of individuals involved in it. Like, somebody got it, somebody looked at the image, and they stuck it in here, and they didn't even think about what the reference was, and it got lost along the way. But the fact that they used multiple copies of her image, and of course they profited off of them, seeing as they made a lot of money on Resident Evil 4. That's no bueno for them.
Yeah, and they continue to make a lot of money off Resident Evil 4 because they re-release it for every electronic device that comes out. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry I was gone for a second. Somebody came at my door. It's a Nintendo leaker, but we'll get to that later. He sent me some very important information, but I'd like to give some insight into this because I freelance as a graphic designer, and this is probably one of my biggest fears, is somebody who made like some kind of texture that I used in some image somewhere coming back to me saying, oh, you owe me money because this little thing right here, this noise texture, noise.png, I made that. Yeah, that's a photo I took of my TV screen. Yeah. And the thing is, when you're given like a task to do by your lead graphics designer or artist, whoever is paying you money to create something, like let's say I was the graphic designer responsible for the Resident Evil 4 logo, right? I'd be like, okay, I'll just do this in a whim. I'll just use different assets and nobody would ever notice this. Like, I'd obviously not make textures from scratch. Nobody does that. Everybody borrows in the art and graphics industry. Nobody creates their own font. Like when somebody asks to make like an album art, what do? You Google for free fonts, royalty-free fonts, and you download it. You find a cool font, you put on some text, you put on a royalty-free background image, and there you got an album art. That's like an example. And same thing here. Of course, I can completely understand the artist here who purchased this CD and was under the assumption that now he has at least some form of right to redistribute this.
Yeah, you would think so.
Because like in the music industry, for example, there is a well-known case from Deadmau5 where he had a song and it had this soundbite from a song from the 50s, and it was just something like whoop. Yeah, it was just that. And it's been used in other electronic trance music songs, whatever, before, but his got hit with a copyright strike, and he was able to prove, like legally, that he had the permission to use that soundbite because it was on a disc of samples that he purchased in Germany. So he still had that receipt, luckily, and he could prove that, no, I own the rights to use this. But I suppose, like here in this case, this person was just selling CDs of surface textures. Well, let me just say one thing. Nobody that's not a graphic designer at that time would purchase a CD with just random surfaces on it, right? Your aunt isn't gonna give you a CD with surfaces as a Christmas gift. Okay, nobody cares about that stuff. The only people who would be buying that and paying money for it would be graphic designers. And then after that to say, oh, you need a license to use this, that just doesn't make sense. You'd think you'd already have the license to use that. So I don't blame the graphics artist here at all. Really, we can't be lawyers and graphic designers at the same time. Come on.
But I mean, Capcom has the resources and has corporate lawyers that you think
they don't. I mean, they do, but every nook and cranny, like if they'd be doing this for every single art asset in every single game, that no game would be made. Like if every single like music artist would have to pay for every single sample they use, like every single snare, every single kick, drum, whatever, that would be just hell. Like nothing would ever get made.
Yeah, like this happened in the 90s, or at least they got the CD in the 90s, and it's like those kind of CDs were like common in the 90s where you buy a bunch of textures and you're allowed to reuse them. It's just this happens to be one of them where you also had to pay a license, which is weird. I assume that this sort of just got mixed in with a bunch of other CDs that they got. It was probably just put all on one like hard drive, and they never even thought about the fact that they weren't allowed to use it. It's goofy. It's a goofy situation, but at the end of the day, I don't know how the lawsuit's going to go. I would assume that Capcom's aware of it, at least according to Polygon. They said, or not Polygon, what the hell? PC Gamer. Sorry for slandering and using that other word. Oh, but it was first reported by Polygon.
I was about to say.
My bad. So,
can I ask you a question, Eric?
All right.
A legal question about this, actually. Since I'm a graphic designer, I usually specifically search. I use specific terms when searching for assets to use, such as free, commercially free, royalty free, right? And let's say I use a website, a well-known website that hosts images that they claim are royalty free and don't require any even accreditation, right? So if I download that image, I use it, I transform it some way, and then I sell it as my work, would the original author be able to then sue me saying, wait, I don't remember giving this out
can
for
always
free?
Sue you. It doesn't mean they'll win. You could sue anybody. This is America. Even that's
what I mean.
Ukraine, this is America. But yeah, they can sue. They can sue, but that doesn't mean they'll win. I think that as long as in that case you've done your due diligence, I think you're held to a lower standard than an organization like Capcom would be. I don't think that you would be malicious there. But hey, I don't know. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. I don't deal with copyright stuff really at all.
You can switch, right? You can start doing copyright stuff, right?
But I won't.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, because those guys are annoying. I like dealing with.
We'll have you on retainer on GBA 10. Let's do it. Come on.
Costello, talk to me.
If you wanted to get into that line of work, there is one dude that needs a copyright lawyer.
Yeah, there is.
Are you familiar with Matthew Storman?
Yeah, he contacted. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't contact me. I was like going to make the joke. Yeah, he contacted me. I said, "Nah, you got this."
Worst legal advice ever.
Dude, it's fine. They got nothing on you.
Yeah. I was like, look, it's only illegal to download, not to upload. All right, so yeah, Steven is alluding to the Nintendo versus ROM Universe, which we're allowed to say because they don't host ROMs anymore. So
we could even say them even if they did, like legally speaking, on GBA temp rules. The only way you can't name a ROM site is if you tell somebody, hey, if you want like this Ace Attorney game,
visit Alan John's direct messages.
No, don't.
Nintendo sued the operator of ROM Universe, saying, "Hey, you jerk! You're uploading ROMs to our website, and you're on top of that, you're charging people to download these ROMs, so you're profiting off of it. Hey, we don't like that. That seems a little illegal. We kind of have a copyright on all of these games, so do us a favor and give us, what were they asking for, $15 million or something like that?"
Yeah.
Oof.
And he was like, "All right, bet. I don't want to do that. So you know what, Nintendo? I've been on the internet. I've been on Google. I know the law. You got nothing on me because you know what? I didn't upload anything. And even if I did, that was okay because it's not illegal. I don't need no stinking lawyer." Though, actually, I think that he did try to get a lawyer at one point, but it didn't work. I don't think he had any money to do that. So I do feel bad for... I feel bad that he wasn't able to get a lawyer. I'll just say that.
You can't get a public defender in a case like that?
No, you cannot, because jail was not an option here.
Oh, gotcha.
Public defenders are only available if... Well, at least most places, if... there's a risk that you're going to jail, but this was a civil suit.
Right.
But anyway, so they sued and they won. Basically, Matthew, he didn't really know what he was doing. He contradicted himself a lot. He didn't know the law. I don't know the law in this case. It's a muddled mess on copyright law, and there's rumors all over the place. Since LimeWire was a thing. It's like, well, no, it's illegal to upload, but you're allowed to download things. And then it's like, well, no, if you already own the game, you can download it. But okay, so you can hack you can hack and modify and upload your own thing. Then it becomes, a different thing. And, it's all these like things that people are just saying, and you just say it over and over again, and then it all becomes true,
If you ask a cop if he's a cop, he has to tell you.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just like that.
Legally, yeah. If the teacher doesn't show up in 15 minutes, you're legally allowed to leave. So
I was looking at this article, and I was just searching, hoping that I didn't see the words that the defendant listened to the Tempcast and used Alexander's legal advice as a defense.
I really thought you were going to say you were waiting to see if the defendant was found with child porn.
Oh, everything's possible. I don't know. We'll see. This lawsuit hasn't ended,
done.
right?
I also don't think child porn is a civil case thing. I think that's more criminal, right?
Then he would get a public defender.
Yeah.
That's when Alexander steps in. Pro bono. He's like, I got this. Trust me.
All of my cases are pro bono. So his defense was basically that he didn't do it. He didn't do anything illegal, and also he didn't upload any ROMs, which isn't true, and sort of contradicts himself.
Did he claim that he wasn't like hosting the website and charging for downloads? Like, did he admit to that and think that that was legal on its own?
I don't know. I don't know what his argument was. So
yeah.
Let's see. So the judge says that the defendant filed a declaration in opposition to the motion, wherein he declares that he denies and disputes that he uploaded any files to said website, and at no time did he verify the content of said ROM file. So basically he's saying, no, I didn't upload anything, and I didn't verify anything that was in any file. But that's directly contradictory to his sworn deposition testimony, wherein he testified that he uploaded the ROM files onto his website. So he said at a deposition, I uploaded them. And then he later said, no, I didn't upload nothing. So, oops, that's not good.
Yeah.
And let's see. So he testified that during 2019, the site generated between $30,000 and $36,000 in revenue, which was his main source of income at the time. So
over what time period, sorry?
1 year, 2019.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it was a calendar year or fiscal year.
Wow, I should start a ROM site.
So he earned about $36,000.
Well, you do. It's through your DMs.
Yeah. So he earned about...
Go to Alan John's website, mega.nz/AlanJohn.
No, don't. Can't. I don't think that works.
I don't think it does either.
So, about $36,000 he was making. He has no other job. Dude's unemployed.
Could he call himself a lawyer since he acted as his own attorney?
No. No, that's not how that works.
Oh, okay.
But so they were looking for $15 million, but you know what? At the end of the day, they're only getting $2,115,000. But you know what? Actually, at the end of the day, they're going to get nothing.
Yeah.
So let's see. I think that a bankruptcy attorney costs about $1,500. I don't know if he wants to, go for bankruptcy pro se. Or
Wait.
Be able to cough. What?
It costs money to go bankrupt?
Yeah, you got to pay. What, do you think that bankruptcy attorneys are just chilling there?
Well, you need an attorney? Why do you need an attorney? You could just say I'm bankrupt. I don't have any money. What? Oh, come on.
No, you can't. It's not like The Office. You can't just say, I declare bankruptcy, and that's it. There's a process.
Man, you're really working against your own interests if you're like, I'm going to work for the people that have no money, that are legally filing that, like, I'm broke. That's not going to work out for you financially, right?
You just
like, do you also get licensed as a fucking bounty hunter when you become a bankruptcy attorney? Like, what the hell?
Well, what you should do is this is a joke, disclaimer joke. If you're a bankruptcy lawyer, just tell your client, say, hey, look, take out a giant loan, give it all to me, and then once the check clears, then we'll file for bankruptcy.
I don't think that's no. Something tells me that's
disclaimer
not.
that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
But the dude is unemployed. While he did have the site, he was making about $30,000 to $36,000 a year, which is all right for just doing illegal stuff. But
for not even uploading ROMs.
Yeah, apparently he just sat there. Anyway,
and not verifying them either. He didn't do anything.
Yeah. I don't think that a lawyer would have been able to. Maybe the damages would have been less, but I don't think that he would have ultimately won this case. Though this does set a sort of a precedent that at least if you're selling ROMs, that's a big old problem. I still say that uploading ROMs is still legally
what?
Illegal. Legally illegal.
Oh, I was scared for a second there.
It's also interesting, he was fined $35,000 per illegal ROM hosted on ROM Universe. And I'm curious how he was able to stay in business and make all that money per year, because the fine related to the ROM hosting was only 1.7 million, which means he only had 49 ROMs on his website. Unless that was all like they proved, right? Like that math seems odd to me.
Yeah, I was a little confused by that too. Was it that 49 ROMs were sold and that other ones were for free? I don't know.
Well, as I understand it, he didn't directly sell ROMs. He sold the ability to have unlimited downloads.
You can't
ROM
have
that
that.
was up there would have been paid.
Yeah.
Or any ROM that's up there, no specific ROM was like you had to pay for it.
Yeah. But I don't know why it was only 49 of them. Perhaps only 49 of them were actually uploaded by him? I don't know.
Yeah, all it says here is hosted on the website. Maybe they could only... Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe he had 1.6 million in the tank and they just wanted to get it a little bit over so that he would have to declare bankruptcy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's probably it.
No, I mean, ultimately, he's not going... I mean, this isn't going to... Nintendo's not going to make any money off of it. There's the whole, I mean, we could go into the thing that our listeners actually care about and go to the ethics of it. It's like, oh, Nintendo, you greedy sons of a guns. You know that you weren't actually losing this money and you just don't care about the gamers and you just only want money and piracy's not really stealing because it's just borrowing, and I'm just testing out the games before I buy them at full price, and that's what I'm going to do. And you planted these ROMs on this website and you're asking for $15 million because you don't like people playing your games, you monsters.
Thank you.
That's
all right. Thanks for finally saying that, Eric, because I'm going to cut out the entire conversation we had and just make that your sole thoughts on the issue. I've been waiting for you to make that declaration all this time.
Oh man, Nintendo bad.
It's funny, no one ever seems to stop hosting ROM sites though. No one ever seems to learn and be like, well, if all these people are getting sued and taken down, I mean, I guess it's so slow going, but it feels like every time one of these sites go down, there's still 8 more out there.
Here's what's also confusing me is why did he charge people to download ROMs? Okay, no, I understand why he did it for money, but why would people do that? Because there's other places you can go where you don't have to do that. Are these high quality ROMs?
For example,
Ellen John's DMs. But yeah. I mean,
it is weird, yeah. And if you think there's any customer base that is extremely hesitant to pay, it would be the ROM base, right?
Yeah, pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost as bad a clientele as becoming a bankruptcy lawyer, really.
This dude was Yeah.
You sound like you had a personal relationship with him, and you're really upset he's going to jail. Or
He's not going to jail. He's just going to.
Sure.
Have you ever
file for bankruptcy?
Have you ever forgotten what you were supposed to say, like mid-sentence? Has that ever happened to you?
Literally never.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I always know what I'm saying.
Yeah, imagine you're like defending your client and you're like, Your Honor, my client.
Never overruled.
What else can I say?
That actually did happen to me a couple weeks ago. It's like all right, Mr. Alexander, it's your turn to cross, and I was like, oh no, I got nothing. Judge, we rest.
Speaking of resting, we should
sorry.
We need to rest this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm sorry, it was too long. It really was. And I don't want these episodes being too long for anyone. God forbid we go over 1 hour, even by a couple of seconds.
Goodness.
Oh,
You know what?
it'd be too long.
No, Alan John. I'm not going to get bullied into ending the podcast early.
What?
I'm not going to get bullied. The Flow Rockstar Androided PSP'd. Okay? You're not going to do that to me. Okay.
Good Lord.
Somebody
John.
go with it.
That was good. I'm just amazed by Alan John's reaction. He started sobbing into his, like, he was really upset.
Speaking of that, the flow, I don't know. The flow of your segue was just Android. I'm bad at this. Okay, so the flow, you guys know the flow. He's the greatest hacker of the PS Vita of all time. He's been porting everything to the Vita. He's ported recently the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas Android port to the Vita. And now you can play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, arguably speaking the best classic Grand Theft Auto, other than Vice City. You can play it on the go on the Vita, which is amazing. Great job. Now, turns out there was actually a port of Bully, another Rockstar game for Android and iOS, which has now been ported again by the Flow on the Vita. So if you want to check that out, if you have a legal copy of Bully for Android or iOS, no, only for Android. And if you'd like to play that game that you legally have purchased on your Vita, which you have legally purchased the Vita itself, not stolen, then you can do that. Just visit the Flow's GitHub or his Twitter, which is theflow0 at theflow0 on Twitter. And yeah, check that out and play that. I've heard good things about this port. I've heard good things about this game. I've heard a lot of things about the Bully franchise. I heard that they were supposed to announce a new Bully soon. Huh. That's an interesting rumor.
So everyone should go out and download this port to show Rockstar how much you support Bully, and maybe they'll finally do Bully 2 that everyone's been asking for.
Yeah, Rockstar hasn't... Oh, well, they do send DMCAs a couple of times, but here I don't think there's anything to, claim copyright about, because what he has is just basically, I suppose, a tool that allows you to port the assets onto a Vita and basically convert that game into format that the Vita can recognize, which is a great thing.
You need to provide your own APK, I imagine, right?
Probably, most likely, yes.
Yeah.
So check that out. I wish I could get the Flow on the Tempcast.
Why don't you?
I don't know. I'm too shy to ask people.
And Smeagum?
I messaged Smealum. He just ghosted me on Twitter.
We could probably call in for a Gary. I could be like, hey, jail. This is lawyer.
This is lawyer.
Alexander. I need to speak.
Hello, jail. I am lawyer.
I am lawyer. I need to speak with an inmate for about an hour. Don't worry. It's about legal stuff.
Yeah, don't worry. Just can you give him that microphone I sent him as a pop filter? It's really good quality.
That could happen. I could see that happening.
We've gotten in trouble, the three of us. We've been yelled at on the forums for making jokes about him being in custody.
Have we?
We're kind of heartless about it. Yeah, I don't remember who, but it's like, yeah, we were very, very rude. So I just want to say to everybody who thinks that it's rude that we laugh. Just know that it's kind of funny though, right?
It is.
I mean, a little. I mean, come on.
Okay,
come on.
the only thing that makes it funny for me is the bad stuff on his computer. Or wait, is that guy?
That wasn't him. That was not him. That wasn't him.
Damn it.
He's spreading fake news.
Sorry, Gary Oba. I'm not calling you a PDF file. Wait, does anybody have a calendar? What's coming up soon? That's right, E3. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you didn't expect it, but yeah, E3 is coming up soon. It's gonna start next week or this week if you're listening to this when it's being. Anyways, E3 is coming up soon, and we have decided to give our own predictions about what's going to be happening this year. Because last year we didn't have an E3 and we didn't have any predictions, but this year.
We also didn't have a Tempcast.
Oh, actually, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely correct.
Yeah, we started in August.
Yeah. And so we're going to be discussing and speculating what we might see get announced or revealed or whatever. Now, I know a lot of you people are like, "Oh, I just listened to the Tempcast for the news. I don't want any of this speculative bullshit." Right? I'm just gonna log off. Wait. Hold on. Because remember somebody knocked at my door a couple of minutes earlier? That was a leaker for Nintendo. This was a guy who used to work or be associated. Yeah, he was associated with GBA Temp back in... Not GBA Temp, Nintendo. He was associated with Nintendo back in the 90s. I'm not going to reveal anything else, but he has indeed sent me some audio files where he recorded basically what's going to be announced this year at E3 from Nintendo. And these are legitimate leaks, all right? This isn't something I made up and presenting as my own, okay? No, this is legit stuff. So stay tuned for that because that's coming up. But first off, we've got Alexander, we've got Stephen Rolabi. We've got Alexander and Stephen Rolabi here. Oh god. I'm sorry, man. And
okay.
They're going to give their expert speculative opinions about what's coming up. So let's start. What's the first conference going to be? Ubisoft. Eric, what do you think Ubisoft is going to show us?
Assassin's Creed 1 Remake.
Is that it?
Do you want to expand on that at all?
Nope. Assassin's Creed 1 Remake.
Why?
Because I want it.
Just because
so
you
that I
want
can play
something
it
doesn't
again.
mean it's going to happen.
I predict that they are going to remake Assassin's Creed 1 and then rewrite the ending to Assassin's Creed 3 to make it a good ending, and then they're going to retroactively throw Desmond into all of the other games to make the modern day story great again.
So you're saying they're going to rewrite the ending to Assassin's Creed 3 so that England wins the Revolutionary War?
No, well, they already did that. They already did that in the DLC where George Washington became like supreme leader of the world or something.
How is that England winning the war? This is the exact opposite of that.
Right.
Yeah, I'm doing a DLC where Japan wins World War II. They win it when they get 2 nukes dropped on them. It's pretty cool. What the fuck are you talking about, Eric?
Anyway, that's just my predictions. You can't be mad at my predictions, okay? Go ahead. What do you think's going to happen?
I think all the stuff didn't a bunch of stuff get leaked about Far Cry 6, or was that officially revealed?
Dude, that had like a reveal trailer and a gameplay trailer already. Where have you been living under? That's...
Are you I thought they were all okay. I guess not.
Like, nobody cares because it's another Far Cry game. It's not interesting. Oh, it's got the guy from Breaking Bad in it. Oh, nobody cares.
I know what's going to happen in Far Cry 6. What's going to happen is people are going to walk up to you and be really, really close to you when they talk to you, just like in real life. And you're like, yo, dude, step back a little bit.
They don't social distance in Far Cry?
No, they don't. They get right up in your face. Have you noticed that?
No, I've never played one.
Have you never seen gameplay for any of them? When people talk to you, they're like right in front of you because they're like, well, it's realistic, first person-y, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that sounds horrible. Although I wouldn't mind that with Giancarlo Esposito. He's a pretty cool dude. I don't know. Doesn't Far Cry have a history of having very charismatic, lovable villains? Like Michael Mando was huge in 3, and it was like it was a very bombastic, rich guy, like eccentric billionaire in 4, and then 5 had the whole like compound dealy. I can't remember the but it was like these religious leaders, and one of them was this like very charismatic, I guess is the word, preacher, and like I don't know, they have a history of doing that. So the fact that it's the dude from Breaking Bad, that's kind of enough for Far Cry, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Good predictions. What about you, Mr. Allen John?
So I'm not gonna, speculate. I'm just gonna say the facts because I got insider information. We're gonna be seeing a new Tom Clancy game. Tom Clancy is still making the games. Can you believe that? It's been 10 years? It's amazing. Yeah,
Good for him.
It's going to be another Rainbow Six or Splinter the Cell of the Ghost Recons or something. I don't know, but yeah, I feel it's time for that. Okay, after that, we have the big guns. This is the big boys. It's Sunday, June 13th. This is when the big boys show out their big guns. We've got Xbox and Bethesda.
Sorry.
I don't know why that was so funny to you, Steven. Maybe Steven is just laughing at the idea of Xbox having exclusives, but that's the reality we live in now. Xbox, well, I suppose it's going to be like the previous years the previous year, really, where all the multiplat games were on Xbox because Sony wasn't there. So all the Call of Duties, all of the Battlefields, they usually get revealed at the Xbox stage. But this year is going to be special because Xbox and Bethesda are going to have a joint presentation.
Which that's really weird to me because Microsoft owns Bethesda, so it's not really a joint presentation. It's just a Microsoft presentation, right?
I don't know. It's what it says on the website.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Starfield, definitely. I don't know if we're gonna see gameplay. We might see like a cinematic trailer again. Like, oh, this is a field of stars where we live in.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see something from id, like maybe a new Wolfenstein. It's been a little while since we had one of them, right?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we might see a new Wolfenstein. It's definitely time for that.
I don't know. It's that's kind of it for Bethesda. I mean, I know they have others. They have like Arcane Studios, but they're doing aren't they doing Deathloop, Arcane? So maybe more information on Deathloop, or at least a trailer. But
that's been already on 3.3s, I think.
Well, that doesn't mean they won't do it again. But that one's so close to release, I doubt we'll get any major news on it.
I just hope we get Skyrim Ultimate Mega Edition and Knuckles.
Oh, that's actually a great point. Yeah, probably a new Skyrim.
I thought Skyrim was already announced for the PS5.
I didn't think so. It might be.
Definitely not going to be announced on the Xbox presentation.
All right. Who else? Who's next in the schedule?
We've got Square Enix.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
How many E3s do you think Kingdom Hearts 4 will be present for?
They're going to release it the same day.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, again, I'm talking, and it's going to be super polished. I'm talking about what I want, not what's going to happen.
Oh,
They're going to release Kingdom Hearts 4 and 5 simultaneously. But it's really just going to be 2 parts of the same game. Just like with Final Fantasy 7.
I have a Final Fantasy. It's you stopping these stupid Kingdom Hearts jokes.
Got them. Except, no, I want more Kingdom Hearts because they left us once again with a cliffhanger.
They always will. They need to keep you coming back, Eric.
Did they not collect all the hearts or something? I don't know. But here's a serious opinion for once. Eidos Montreal supposedly has been working on a new game. I really hope it's a new Deus Ex game. I really want Deus Ex to come back because Human Revolution was a really good game. A lot of old school fans didn't like it, but I like both the original Deus Ex and Human Revolution. And Mankind Divided was a divisive game, but
Heyo.
I liked it. I personally really enjoyed it, and I'd love to see a conclusion because that's actually a game with a cliffhanger as well. Huh.
Well, also, I haven't played Mankind Divided, but didn't it come out that, like, a lot of people's issues with it, I thought, was the microtransaction stuff, and I thought that was...
Did not bother me at all. You can play it without microtransactions. It's not that kind of invasive microtransactions like, oh, you should wait 30 minutes while this thing recharges, or you could pay us $5 and you can play instantly. No, it's just like, hey, if you want to get more upgrades faster, you can pay us like a couple of bucks. It's not like that bad. It's bad, but it's not like in your face.
Oh, okay. So the rumor for Eidos Montreal, according to Jason Schreier, is that they're going to be doing a Guardians of the Galaxy video game.
Fuck off. I don't want a Guardians of the Galaxy. Who cares? Oh, look at me. I am Drax. I don't get humor.
Yeah, I don't know how to... Yeah, it says there's going to be a world premiere from Eidos Montreal, according to Square Enix. So they're announcing something, whether it's Guardians or Deus Ex.
Please, Deus Ex. Just give me Deus Ex, Mankind, United, whatever. I just...
Yeah, well, they said they were going to do a... They said that was going to be a trilogy, right? So they've only done 2, so like hopefully it'll come at some point, but yeah, who knows?
We might get another... No, we'll get a closer look at Life is Strange True Colors. Oh, there's a Black Panther expansion for Marvel's Avengers. That's my favorite game, Marvel's Avengers. Check out Marvel's Avengers on the PlayStation Store, whatever. That's a fun game.
Is there going to be any Balin Wonderworld DLC?
That's a funny joke. Rest in peace, Yuji Naka. I mean, his career, not the man.
The man I hope rots in hell.
No.
His career, on the other hand.
All right. This is okay. Forget about Xbox. Forget about Bethesda. Who cares? Monday, June 14th. Capcom. That's right. Capcom and Take-Two.
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
What?
Apparently, there's a leak from 2K, and
I don't know anything about Take-Two.
there's apparently going to be a game called Codename Volt that's being described as Cthulhu meets Saint Row.
What?
I don't know what that means. That's all the leak is saying, so who the hell knows?
Saints Row.
But it kind of sounds awesome. It's from Hangar 13, who did Mafia 3. Mafia 3 was really bad.
Yeah.
I hated Mafia 3. So hopefully their Cthulhu meets Saints Row game is a lot better, because that sounds amazing.
Wow.
And then the one that has me really, really excited is apparently Fireaxis, who does XCOM and Civilization, are doing an XCOM style game, but in the Marvel Universe. Ooh. And I I love XCOM. XCOM is one of the tightest, like most perfectly designed strategy games out there.
Not as good as Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2. And
so that idea is just exciting to me. Like, I don't know, I'm a sucker for a licensed game that's actually good anyway, because they're so rare. And I would play anything Fireaxis puts out, so I'm really, really excited for that, and I hope it ends up being real.
Is it going to be as good as the Dark Crystal strategy game?
Yes.
Is it going to be as good as that Keanu Reeves game?
John Wick Hex?
No, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, God, I hope so.
Yeah, John Wick Hex.
Yeah. Okay, Capcom.
Yeah. Here's the thing. They're going to show off probably some Monster Hunter stuff, but here's the interesting part. I'm going to speculate, and I hope this comes true, that we're going to see either Resident Evil 4 Remake, because I want, not because I'm a Resident Evil fan. I just remember I had an argument with Jordan some time ago. He was saying, yeah, Resident Evil Village, yeah, this is basically like a spiritual reboot of 4. And I'm like, no, they're going to reboot 4. They're going to remake it. Just you wait. So I just want that to happen. But also, the big one, I want to see a new Ace Attorney game. I know it's coming. I feel it's coming. The leaks said that there was a 7th Ace Attorney game, and I want it. I want to see.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I want to see it. Give it to me. Give it to me right now. in my
And
veins.
they might be porting over the Great Ace Attorney to, just keep the series alive, keep interest in the
They
series
already
going.
are. They announced that.
No, that's what I mean. Like, they're doing that to, like,
I'll
that
buy it.
indicates...
I'll buy those games on Steam because they're coming out on PC.
Oh, they started doing them on PC now, too?
Yeah, hopefully 7 will come out on PC as well. It's definitely coming out for the Switch, but I don't want to get a Switch yet. So yeah, give me an Ace Attorney game, please. Let's do it. Let's go.
I think that the Ace Attorney game, it's just the main character is going to be Pearl. It's just her doing psychic stuff.
No, they're not going to have Pearl. Since this is an Ace Attorney game, they're going to introduce another female sidekick.
Even younger.
Yeah, that's what they do every damn game. I'm already confused. I'm already at 5, and I'm like, okay, who's this? Why is she? Okay, we got a computer girl, but this isn't the same computer girl that was in the first game in the 5th case. No, this is a completely different computer girl. And there's a magician girl, but there's also a thief girl, which was also like part of a circus or whatever. But she's dressed as a thief, but this one's dressed as a magician. But they look kind of the same, but they're completely different characters. And also, the thief never reappears ever again in the series. Okay, anyways. Okay, I'm getting...
It's caught.
No, she was part of the spin-off games, the Miles Edgeworth Investigations game. Anyways, moving on. Okay, this is the big one. This is the Nintendo Direct. That's Tuesday, June 15th.
Well, dude... You skipped over the Intellivision. There's a Verizon and Intellivision.
So anyway, Nintendo.
Yeah. Nintendo is the big one. Well, should I play the audio files that this Nintendo associate sent to me? Should I do that?
Yeah. I've been dying to hear it.
Okay. Let's open up these files.
I have secret information about Nintendo's E3 presentation. I'd like to remain anonymous if possible.
Okay. We will not name this person.
First of all, Metroid 5 will be revealed. It's being developed by the Return of Samus team.
Okay, that's interesting. I know I have another one that's titled Breath of the Wild 2.wav. So let's listen to this.
Breath of the Wild 2 has been delayed. Won't be shown.
All right.
New Mario Kart will be shown. It's going to be spelled with a C this time.
Wow.
Well, Mario Kart would always be spelled with a C. Is it going to be a crossover with Ace Attorney 7? Is Peach going to be the new female sidekick?
No, it's Mario Kart, but Wario's played by Elon Musk.
Please don't remind me of that. Oh my god, why did you have to remind me that?
They're taking the Saturday Night Live sketch and they're making it the whole game.
I hope Nintendo sues them for that, because that was just... Okay, final one. This one is related to Smash, so I suppose we're going to have Smash announcements, maybe a new fighter. Let's listen to this one.
New Smash character will be John Cena. No, I'm not kidding.
Oh my god.
That makes sense,
Wow.
right? Didn't they have a wrestling game on the Switch?
Probably.
WWE
I'm sure at some point.
Superstars, right?
Okay, well, just in case it doesn't happen to be John Cena, there probably will be a new Smash announcement. It's been a while. Should we go back to our old predictions, or do you guys... This is your last chance to change your
This is
predictions.
the last one. No, I'm keeping my prediction.
Okay, so your prediction is Crash Bandicoot,
Or Spyro.
but probably Crash Bandicoot. Alan,
Yes.
Johnny, are you sticking with Master Chief?
Was it Master Chief or... Oh, you took Doomslayer. Okay, so...
You took Master Chief, and then I took Doomslayer. Don't act like I took your pick.
Okay, it's all right. It's just... I have so many possibilities at this point. I don't know if I should...
It's going to be a Fire Emblem character.
It's either going to be that or, like, since nobody expected Sephiroth, it might be like a villain from a character, from a series that has already character in the game. So we need to think who that might be.
King Hippo.
Who was the villain in Liquid Snake?
Oh! That would be awesome. I would be down for that. He comes out, brother! Oh, that'd be great.
What if it's Porygon?
No, it's gonna be Luigi. Not Luigi. Waluigi. Not Green Mario.
Actually, if it's Waluigi, I won't be mad. I'll be happy for that.
It has
What
to
if there's
be.
what if it's an Echo Fighter of Wario and it's Elon Musk?
Why did you remind me that again? That's just...
I think Doomslayer is a good pick for me. I also think there's a possibility it'll be a Pokemon because we still haven't gotten a Sword and Shield person, and that'll be really disappointing, but I feel like it'll probably happen because they've had a lot more Nintendo reps in this wave. They had the ARMS people and Xenoblade 2.
Also, I got this feeling that the Switch Pro is going to be announced before this episode is published. So if we didn't talk about it, I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's been a lot of rumors about that. It is interesting in the description for their showcase, Nintendo doesn't mention anything about hardware. They do go out of the way to be like, yeah, we're just talking about games that'll mostly be releasing in 2021.
So that's what I'm saying. No Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Not what I was saying. What this associate was saying.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
yeah, bye.